All right, so today has felt like a roller coaster, especially in terms of emotions and stuff. So far, I started off slow, right? And that's to be expected because I'm calling people. 80% of my calls are in the nighttime slash evening, right? Sometimes afternoon. But I started slow, but now I'm on 6 sets, right? So I've set six. That's a tongue twister. I have set 6 people. So around midday, I was only at around two. I only had two. I did 4 sets in the last 3 hours. So around six, I was at 2 sets only, and I was kind of thinking, it's a bit slow. But hey, I'm finally touching some IC apps, right? I'm finally touching. So basically, it's like a tier level. So when you're the new guy, of course, you get lowest priority, right? So you get the coldest leads. I'm on a crazy offer, so cold leads is not even cold lead. These guys are still warm, they're still up to date, they know exactly what they want. Got closes. I did 5K cash collected in the last 4 days from the coldest leads, right? But I've finally been given the green light to start getting a little bit of like the warmer leads, right? So finally doing that. I've set 2 of them today. One is gonna be, I think, tomorrow, and the other one is on Thursday. I can't wait to start. I get that bigger green light and I get to start really going crazy on these IC apps, right? So, but today has been a learning curve because, oh man, this is what I mean when the emotions. Midday up until 6, 7 p.m., I was low-key pissed because I had 5 sets today from yesterday. Yesterday I had 7 sets. A lot of them were for today. I've quickly realized that the more time you give someone when you set them, the bigger the chance that they're not going to show up, or they have a lot of objections, or they want to reschedule, or they want to cancel. And today, out of those 5 sets, 2 of them straight up didn't respond, so I had to cancel them myself. And then I think the other one, no, 3 of them didn't respond. 3 of them I had to cancel. So that really pissed me off, right? So I woke up looking at the board, looking at the calendar, and I'm like, I got 5 sets on the board today. I'm going to go crazy. And then 3 of them just, I don't know what happened. They just stopped responding. I think one of them, he responded to me in the morning or afternoon, but then when it came to the actual call, we didn't hear from him. So I just cancelled him before the call, which is so annoying, right? I feel like even though I haven't cash collected too much, I think 80% of my closes were like same day closes, right? And it's just because you set them on the same day, emotions are still high, they're ready to go, jump on a call, emotions are cool, boom, close. You do that next day close or couple day close, emotions are high when they jump off the call with you. They're still high for a couple hours, and then they go to bed and they just wake up and they just think about it. I'm saying they think about, oh, I have a call today. And then they just go through their day like, thinking about this call, and it just, I don't know what it is, man. It just kind of messes you up, right? And I've noticed that with other people on the setting team, like, there'll be a lot of reschedules for the sets that were set a couple days out, right? And most of the closes, from what I've seen, are same day closes or like within 24 hours. So that's something I need to work on. I texted Mike today, and shout out, Mike dropped a banger video today. I think he closed 25,000 yesterday. Fucking crazy. Unfortunately, none of them were from my sets. He's actually closed he's closed my closes for my sets. But he's gone crazy. 25K in one day yesterday went stupid. I think he had like 7 piffs or something like that. But anyway, back to my point. I sent him a message and I told him, hey, I feel like I need to work on my follow-up game because I can't be setting 7 people, 6 people. Yesterday was 7, today 6. I can't be putting up these numbers on the board, which is great. But then when it comes to the day, these people don't show up, or they just ghost me and I don't hear anything from them. If I set 7 people, I want 7 people to show up. Of course, I want them 7 people to close. I don't want to set 7 people and then 3 of them, I don't hear from them on the day. I'm saying, or 4 of them, or whatever the number is. So that's just made me tighten up on how am I qualifying these people? How am I letting them know, hey, on the day, communicate with me. I'm going to reach out to you. We're going to need you to be on that call. How can I set that standard, right? It's just making me think, but it just comes with the challenge. It's kind of when you're playing a game. When I first started in this offer 6 days ago, my main concern was, am I going to be able to hit KPIs in terms of how many people I'm supposed to set per day? And because it's a great offer, within the first 2 days, I realized I can consistently hit KPIs. Now, from there, I thought, that's it, smooth sailing. Now I've realized once you're actually in the game, you start to see the behind the scenes shit. Stuff that, damn, I can set 10 people, I can set 7 people, I can set 20 people. Are they all going to show up to the call? So now you have to start taking steps back and looking at the process and being like, how can I make sure that the person stays warm for more than 48 hours? One of my sets today, I had to set them for 5 days out because so many things is happening, right? Now I'm having to think, how am I going to keep them warm? How am I going to keep these people for tomorrow warm? What's my process going to be? It's cool trying to figure it out by myself. But hey, if you got great closers on your team, great setters on your team, then just talk to your team, right? I know I'm going to be speaking to my team and just asking them, hey, how do I keep these leads engaged? How do I make sure that everything goes smoothly? How do I make sure that they jump on the calls? Everyone wants the team to be doing well, so they'll let you know, right? But quite a long day today, man. Gosh. But I feel good now because I've just had 2 back-to-back ICE apps set, qualified, ready to go. I feel like those are 2 pips just waiting. So, oh man. It's like 11 p.m. right now. Tomorrow I'm waking up early. Tomorrow's Christmas Day. Tomorrow I'm going to church early in the morning. So I'm going to clock out around midnight. Well, I'm going to have to call someone because I have two of my set calls are at 1 a.m. and 2 p.m. So I'm just going to make sure that they're still ready to go, that they actually show up. But yeah, cool. Now I have to learn like to tighten up on my follow-up game, make sure that they show up. You know, I'm confident with terms of calling leads and setting people. I know I can set them. Now it's just that next level, which is, okay, you can set them, but are they going to show up? Are they going to close? Are they going to have objections? So I'm not even a week in, but you know, it's great. It's a great learning curve. You know, I've been in sales programs and you learn a lot in sales programs, which is great. But when you're actually in the fire, right? When there's actual money on the line, you know, real people that you're speaking on. It's not a role play call. I can't just say, oh, wait a minute. I don't know the answer. You got to stick in there. You're saying they might ask you a question that no one's asked you before on the offer and you might not know. And then you have to be on that call and just, do it, right? So, yeah, I feel like in this last week, in terms of setting, I've learned way more. And sales programs don't really teach you about setting, in my opinion. You know, sales programs will be like, they'll teach you about what to say, scripting, frameworks, tonality, objection handling, which is great, but you get in the fire, like I say, when you get on a good offer and you're talking to, I've spoken to hundreds of people at this point, just on this offer in the last couple of days. You quickly learn and you quickly adapt, especially to your offer, right? The training that you might be given might not be good for your offer, just to the people that you're speaking to every single day, right? So all the training that I've been given before was great, and I've used certain things from each people or each program that I've learned from. But I had to adapt to, okay, I'm speaking to this type of demographic every single day. This is how they like to communicate. This is the best way to set them and communicate with them. So, yeah. None of these sales programs teach you about how to use GHL. I feel like, I'm not going to do this, but if I was to have a sales program, I would have a big ass, in that program where I just teach setters and closers how to use GHL like a setter and a closer. Because the amount of times I'm still having little problems with GHL and I'm kind of thinking, shit, how do I do this and how do I get very effective using it, right? Because obviously if you're really slow and shit and it's taking you forever to get from this lead to that lead, back to this lead, and yeah, great day today, man. Great day today. Tomorrow's gonna be Christmas in literally 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I'm still gonna be working tomorrow on Christmas. Which, just realized, yo, I've been on this offer and I've worked. This is probably the hardest I've worked this year by far, man. It's like, as soon as I wake up, I check my phone, I go on Lead Connector, I'm looking at my pipeline, I'm seeing what's going on. People text you just throughout the day, and you might say, okay, ready for a call now. I'm calling, constantly checking the phone. And yeah, it's a grind, but you know what? It is, man. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like I got a lot to talk about, man. It's going to be a yapping session. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and it's random, but... Oh, actually, you know what? Shout out to... I'm sorry I forgot your name, man, but someone left me a really long comment yesterday that just touched me, man. I read it like a couple times, and I was like, shit, I have come a long way. Let me find it. Mohammed Mustafa. Shout out to my guy. This is the comment I'm talking about here. Yeah, I feel like I've come a long way. You know what? It's been a year basically, right? And this leads me perfectly into what I was gonna talk about in terms of switching what you do and like offer hopping, right? So this is just my opinion. Take it how you want to take it, is what it is, right? From what I've seen, one of my favorite quotes just in life is that Warren Buffett quote that goes, "It's not about how hard you row, it's about what boat you're in." That is one of the biggest bars ever. And if you don't know what that means, the reason why it's one of my favorite quotes ever is because people, the grind set side of the internet will just preach, just work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. Let me tell you something, man. If you're working hard in the wrong thing, you're fucking wasting your time, okay? When I used to box, I used to have my boxing trainer. He went up to, he got us all in a circle, and he went one by one, and he spoke to all of us, and he said, "Hey, practice makes what?" Everyone said, "Perfect." Practice makes what? Perfect. Practice makes what? Perfect. And then he was like, "No, you're all wrong. Practice doesn't make perfect. What happens if you practice the wrong thing every single day? Really, really, really hard. Are you going to be perfect?" And everyone was like, "No, obviously not." And he said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you're practicing the wrong thing." Okay? What I'm trying to say is, if you're working hard, but you're working hard on the wrong thing, or you're practicing the wrong thing, then you're fucked either way, you know? So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, so when I got into, when I tried all these different things, and I know every business model works, I know, I get it. But some would just take you to where you're trying to get to a lot faster. And this isn't me trying to pitch people for sales. Do whatever you want to do. When I did growth operating, I realized, damn, I got to learn like 25,000 skills here. Fuck that. Copywriting was good. Copywriting was one skill. With that, I did actually enjoy it. It was cool. But then I realized in terms of the vehicle and where I want to go, I could get there with that. It was just a lot more friction with it. Not saying that's impossible. I made £2,000, thank God. But I was like, okay, let me just take a step back. Let me see what boat I'm in. And sales. You know what I'm saying? I sound like a pitch video, but I jumped into sales. I know it was tough. I officially got into it 2 months ago. And yeah, I'm just making the progress, right? Now this leads me into my another point, another like just yapping point. What I've done is definitely not typical. And this isn't no I'm a sell a dream on this shit. Because I can already tell if I just carry on this trajectory, in the next couple months, my life's about to change. Watch. But the reason why is because I feel like, first of all, connections is huge. Connections is huge, right? The reason why I'm on this crazy offer working with Benny and Pierre and, these guys here is just because I just happen to know Benny and we just happen to be in the right place at the right time. So, and that just came, I already spoke about my story, but that came from me taking a string of risk that led me into that spot that put me in this position to be on this team. So yeah, I just feel like, and then another thing I've been thinking about, this is such a random video, but so many people, especially in sales and sales coaches, they'll go on and on and on and on about how you need to know the skill set, which of course you need to know the basic skill set of how to sell. But then I feel like that's the only thing they really talk about, especially when you ask someone about like how important is the offer and stuff like that. They'll downplay it so bad. They'll be like, just focus on skill set, which is great. But I feel like the offer, for me, I'm so biased towards the offer. Because like I've said, before I even got on this offer, and I'm not even making crazy money with this yet, God willing, not yet. I'm gonna be there soon. But even when I was just starting out and I was looking at the sales space, and even when I was in growth operating and copywriting, I used to look at like the top earners, the guys that are making 10,000 per month. And there were so many people up there that were just average, copywriting especially. I remember looking at copywriters and being like, this guy is so average, but he's making over 10K per month with copywriting. It's even worse with sales, in my opinion. I see so many mediocre salespeople that are hitting 10, 20 per month. And it's not because of their sales skills, it's because the offer that they're on, right? I've seen that, you can be on an offer and be talking to so many laydowns. You can be on an offer and the offer is so hot and it's so good that when people jump on these calls, they're ready to buy, like no objections. I've been following the offer for ages. I love what you guys do. I'm part of the culture. I would just want to buy. Let's go. Piff, 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 and then 10K per month, right? But then I know so many technically great people, like even when I was copywriting, I know amazing copywriters that couldn't get one client, that couldn't make £500 a month, that couldn't make no money, couldn't even get a client. Same thing with sales. I know so many great setters and closers that can't get on a great offer and they don't make any money. So I'm just saying all that to say that I feel like when you're on a great offer comes with a great training as well. So once you're in there for a couple of weeks, you're going to be dialed into at least selling to your audience, right? So maybe if we take you off the offer and we put you onto a normal or a different one, you might look like a bad closer, but on your offer, you're really good. Like, you know how to communicate with these people and you can sell them really well. So all that to say this, man, I feel like sometimes you kind of know when something's not really working. I know this is a very thin line to talk about, because it's not like I don't want to talk about quitting and you should quit. No. But at the same time, you will know. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to leave it at this. You will know when something ain't the one. You will know when this ain't the one and you got to pivot. Even with offers as well. My last point, then I'm done. I was told by quite a lot of people that, bro, you're offer hopping, which basically just means going from this offer, hop into another one, hop into another one, hop into another one. Most of the offers I was on was not good offers. I'm not going to say that they were all shit. Some of them were just dog shit. Some of them were alright, but they wasn't like amazing offers. They weren't all the way dialed in. So you just got, in that point, you got to know, okay, am I going to stay in an offer where there's no leads, no qualified leads? The back end's kind of messed up. The offer owner doesn't really know what's happening. The person that's handling, the growth operator, whoever it is, he doesn't really know what's happening. Communication is really bad. Are you going to stay in that offer just for the sake of, I don't want to offer hop. I want to stay on one offer and just thug it out and work hard, hustle mentality? No, you're going to know that if a better offer comes, I'm going to jump onto that offer. Right? So it was the same thing with me. I had to just, I was getting a little experience here and there, but I knew that, hey, as soon as I get on a good offer, or as soon as I have an opportunity to get on a great offer, I'm there. Like the same day that I started on this offer, I was supposed to be starting as a closer on a wholesale real estate offer. God is my witness. I was supposed to be closing for a wholesale real estate offer, which was pretty good compared to all the ones that I've done before. And I got onboarded halfway 4 days prior before I got the call from Benny. But I was supposed to be onboarded 4 days prior, right? But this is how God works in mysterious ways. Right? For some reason, it was taking extra long for them to process my email, my phone number, and get me integrated into their system. Because I had to have a business email, and I needed to be integrated. First day, didn't really hear anything. Second day, didn't hear anything. Third day, didn't hear anything. Now, on the fourth day, I think, they were like, hey, jump on a call with us. We're ready to get you going. But I was doing a role play with someone inside of QR Pro. And then, for some reason, I just said, hey, like, I didn't respond to it because I was in the role play and I thought, I'll just leave it. I'll do it tomorrow. So, I didn't respond. I left it till tomorrow. And then the next day is when I got the text from Benny, and then I was able to jump on this one here. So, You see, that shit was that's mad because I was supposed to be starting officially 4 days prior, and then the day before, and then on the next day I had to tell him like, hey, like I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, that was just a crazy yap session. If you stayed this long, like put a thumbs up in the comments or something like that, man. Maybe that's giving someone some value, because yeah, yeah. Good day today. Hopefully I get a couple closes, man, by the time I wake up, but it's been a great day.